Hey guys, looks like we're live. Let me see if I can find us. Happy Wednesday, y'all. I was thinking all day it was Thursday. I have no idea what's up with that. Don't know. There we are. Okay, say hi. There we go. Hey Maria and Joyce. How you feeling, Joyce? Hey Lourdes. Hey. Welcome guys. I am working on an order today, so I thought I would come live with you and make it and chit chat and see how everybody is. Hey Rayanne, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Monisa. No, did I say that right? Did I say that right? Monisa? What a pretty name. How you doing, Lourdes? Let's see. Joyce says, not sure what's going on, but I was watching the Shabby Tree and said, hi, Barb. Said your comment would not show because it was harassment. But what? Oh my gosh. Y'all, Barry's in the house. Hey, Barry. Facebook has been acting a fool for the last several days. So when I've gone live, it like won't show me the comments at all. But it'll show me like I think if somebody just scrolls past their feed and it's there, like 90 million names show up, which is awesome if everybody's watching. But then I can't see any comments. So I don't know. I think I think there's probably some big update coming because usually when it starts really being crazy, there's an update. So we'll see. Hello, Valerie. And Myrna is in the house. How are you guys? Welcome, welcome. So we're going to do a little ink in. We're going to do a little chalk in. Hey, guys, if you didn't see our project from the other day, so here it is all finished. Our little candy dish. How cute is that? Gobble and wobble with our fall leaves. And like I said, I should have bought candy that I didn't like because you will notice that, yeah, you know what? Okay, raise your hand if you're, I don't want to be the only one. Raise your hand if you can relate. Oh my goodness, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Oh my goodness. Let's see. Hello, Diane. How you doing? Good to see all you guys. All right, so we are going to do some inking and we're going to do some chalking. You finally got to catch me live. You have the grandkids again? How fun. How fun. I'm glad you caught me live, though. I just finished in the salon a little bit ago and I needed to get this order done, but I'm like, gosh, I'll just go live and do it. Why not? Why not? So I'm glad you're here. Hello, Wilhelmine. Gosh, girl, long time no see. How you been? I hope you're good. For sure. Okay, so we're going to do our let's stay in and let's go out transfer. This will be a fun one. So, well, I should say, because we have new people all the time. So welcome to Diane's Designs and Boutique in Oak Harbor, Washington. I'm Diane Small. I'm the owner of Diane's Designs and Boutique. And this is where we create all kinds of beautiful home decor using our Chalk Couture products. And we also teach people how to make them themselves. So you will find all of our beautiful silk transfers, all our paste colors, all our inks, all our surfaces. You'll find all of it on charmingchalkart.com. If somebody can just put that, could you post that for me? Just put charmingchalkart.com on there. I didn't do a pin post today. Hershey Kisses are your downfall. Oh, well, I would have a problem with Hershey Kisses too because this girl, I love some caramel. I love chocolate. Who am I kidding? I love it all. I like the fruity, chewy stuff. I'm a fruity, chewy girl. Where I should just go get an apple instead of eating apple Skittles, right? Do they even make apple Skittles? I'm not sure. I like Skittles though. I like the texture. Hey, Kristen. I am doing okay. I am doing okay, Wilhelmine. I am getting better every day, and life is good, you know. We have crazy COVID going on in the world, and gosh, there's always a lot of people that have a whole lot worse off than we do, right? So we have to count our blessings every day, and I do. That I do. So I hope you are well, too. Hey, Rianne. Hello, hello. Okay, so we are going to do a tea towel, and we are going to do a little sign to sit beside it. So this is going to be a piece of decor, and it's, thank you, Joyce. Thanks for putting that in there. Appreciate that. Hello, Danielle. And Judy's in the house. Hey, Judy. I haven't seen you in a while either. How are you? Judy Smith. Okay, so let's see. So we're going to do some inking. So we need our ink mat, first of all, and I have a really cool tea towel. Just a nice cotton, one of the big ones. I mean, I like a nice big, I don't know, do they even call them tea towels anymore, y'all? I don't know. I like a nice big one, though. So our ink mat is sticky on one side, so you can stick the fabric to it so it doesn't shift while we're putting the ink on it. And it has a covering, which I have to be able to get off. Get my fingers to work. There we go. So this is nice and sticky. So we're going to pull that covering off. It's on there good. For sure, for sure. Okay. I'm going to just set that down here for right now. And we'll get our little towel out. So we're going to do buffalo plaid on the top, or on the front bottom edge is where we're going to put it. So, and I've got another little piece there. So all I'm doing is laying the fabric on and then just lightly pressing it down so that it sticks. So that gives me a really hard surface to do my inking on. And then when we heat set this, it'll be permanent, so it can go in the washer and the dryer. So our inks you use on anything that you can heat set in the oven or with an iron or a heat press. And then everything else we use paste on. Now, I will say that I have used ink because I didn't have the paste color I wanted, but I had it in ink, and I used it on wood, and then I sealed it with a clear sealer, and it worked just fine. Hey, Vicki. Hello, Hope. And Karen and Norma, how are you? Harriet's in the house, and Marlene. Welcome, guys. Thanks for being here. Okay. So I'm going to grab, oh, that'll probably do it. Although I'm not sure how high I'm going to go. Hang on. Oh, that's going to give it to me. That will give me enough. I cut a strip off that I use in the sleeves of shirts and things like that. So these fabrics don't always run true, so I need to pull that edge up a little bit. And that will just also take all the wrinkles out of the fabric when you put it on the sticky stuff. Okay. Okay, there we go. So let me pull this down a little bit so you're more right on top of what we're doing. And can see. get this wrinkle out of here, guys. I don't know why, because I'm not going to be inking up there, but we will be inking right about here. Okay, so we've got our mini buffalo plaid. So we have a large buffalo plaid and a mini buffalo plaid. This is the mini. So we're going to pull this out. So these transfers are reusable 8 to 12 times. And sometimes even more if you care for them well. I can guarantee you I've used this one more than 12 times. And they care for really easy. We just wash them in plain water and then wipe the back off to dry and wipe off with a Clorox wipe. So I'm just going to use part of this transfer. So I'm even going to leave it sort of on the backer, I think. And decide how many rows I want here. I think that looks good. Okay. And then I'm just going to stick it down. It came off the backer, but that's all right. Get that nice and stuck. So everywhere you see the green is where the sticky part of the transfer is. And my customer wants this in bright red, so we're going to use candy apple red. Her kitchen is all white, and then she does black and red accents. So she wants this set to match her kitchen. I'm stuck down good. Okay. So our inks do not need to be stirred. They are ready to go right out of the jar. So we're just going to open that up and grab a squeegee. Make sure we're down good and just put this buffalo plaid on here. So I'm just going to work from one side to the other. Covering all the screen. Our inks do not dry as fast as the paste, so you have more time to work with them. Come up from the bottom. And just work the ink all the way across, covering all the screen. Okay, and then I'm going to keep going. And then we will be able to match this pattern up to continue on. So all of our patterns match up from one side to the other and top to bottom so that you can have a continuous pattern. And fabric is a little thirsty, so you have to use a little bit more ink on, and depends on the fabric too that you're putting it on. Sometimes it doesn't require as much and other times it does. So just have to get a feel for the fabric you're working with. And I'm going to wash my fingers off before I lift this up, because I don't want to get the red ink anywhere else. on anything that I don't want it on. Bring my backer sheet up here so I can set this over on my backer sheet until I am ready to place it on the next part of the tea towel. So I'm just going to set it over here on my backer sheet, and I'm going to get out, you can get out a blow dryer or a heat gun, whatever you prefer. We're going to get this a little bit dry. So that I can match up the edge to go the rest of the way without messing up what I already did. Yeah, so hey Linda Kipling, and Janny and Anna. Hello everyone. So we just want this dry enough so I'm not going to smear it when I put the transfer back down. So we should be good there. I'm going to wipe off this squeegee a little bit. I kind of got it up pretty high and I keep getting my fingers in it. I never said I was the neatest crafter in the world, because that I am not. I don't know, like I said, I think I probably use just as many baby wipes crafting as I do on babies. Okay, so again, I want to make sure that I don't have any ink anywhere where I'm going to get it somewhere else that I don't want it. Especially with this bright red color, because it's not going to come off if I touch the fabric with it. Okay, so I'm just going to match another piece of the transfer. We'll just line those back up. Just like that. And then I will push it down onto the fabric. And now we'll continue on. I need to line it up, move it over just tiny bit, tiny bit. Now I've got it. Now I've got it. Okay. So when I'm all done with the transfers, I will take them in and wash them just with water in my sink. Okay. Just making sure I'm covering all the open parts of the transfer. And then scraping anything extra back, and we'll put that back in the ink jar, just like that. And again, I'm going to wipe this off. See, I'm always getting my fingers in it. Always and forever. So we just found out Monday that our kids are going to do partial going back to school in the classroom and partial remote learning this year. So now I'm going to just set this on the backer sheet, and I will take it in and clean it later. So I'm going to set this aside. So I don't touch it. Okay, looks good. So now we've got our red buffalo plaid. I will come back and do the edge on this one. I just realized I didn't go all the way to the edge on here, but I will come back and do that. And then we're going to put our Let's Go Out on the tea towel. So this is a size B transfer. These are $14.99, and as I said, they are reusable. So you save your backer sheet. I just write back on the back just so I don't mess up and put it not on the shiny side. So one side is super, super shiny, and that's the side that you put it back on. So you can see how shiny that is. So I'm just going to pull this off. I can see where the crease was of where the middle is of my transfer. So I'm going to line this up right in the middle. Let me just kind of fold it in half-ish. And then I'm going to make sure it's nice and straight. Looks good. Now I'm going to grab my black ink, put the lid on this. So usually what I do after I ink is I let it sit for about an hour. I just lay it over the back of a chair and let it sit and start to dry. And then after an hour or so, or the next, sometimes I leave them overnight, then I'll just heat set it with a iron. You can use a regular iron, and you would put parchment paper down and iron each side for 4 minutes. or you can use a heat press at 300 for about 30 seconds. And that heat sets it also. So now I'm just going to cover these with the black ink. And then once they're heat set, they are good to go. So when I use this on glass or porcelain or something like that, then I heat set those things in the oven. And I put it in a cold oven, heat it up to 350 and leave it in there for 30 minutes. Then I shut the oven off, leave the door closed, and just let it cool down. So when I heat set things in the oven, I typically do it at night and get my 30 minutes of time done, and then just shut the oven off and go to bed, and then I take them out in the morning. Because if glass heats up too fast or cools down too fast, it will break it. So that's why you want to put it into a cold oven, bring it up to temperature, give it 30 minutes, and then turn it off and just let it naturally cool down so that you don't break your glass or your porcelain or whatever you're heat setting. So I do a lot of wine glasses, and those are baked in the oven to make them permanent. And they're permanent, but I'm going to tell you guys, I still would hand wash them. I would not put them on a power scrub in your dishwasher. You got to treat them, or I do. I treat them like fine china, and they are beautiful years down the road. Okay, got that done. Now we're just going to take the transfer off of here. And I'm going to set that back on my backer sheet, and I'll wash it when we're done. Okay, so now you don't want to let your project dry on your ink mat, so you want to pull it off. Those ink mats are so sticky, everything wants to stick to them. Okay. I'm going to pull the ink mat out. And I'm going to just lay this over a chair to dry for a while. There we go. Set it over my desk chair. And now we're going to wipe off the ink mat. So I'm going to take a Clorox wipe, or you can take just a wet washcloth also, because these are like gold now. And I'm going to wipe off all the ink residue from the project. And then I will put the plastic guards back on, and this is good to go the next time I need to ink something. Okay. So I'm going to just set this out of the way for a minute and let it dry before I put the plastic back on. And we'll move on to the next thing. So the next part of this little set is going to be this little, it's about 5.5 by or 6 inch framed piece of wood. And I still need to do the back. But we're going to go ahead and put our transfer on here. And so this one is going to say, let's stay in. Tracy Colburn, my best friend, is on here, y'all. Hey, Tracy. I miss you, girl. Okay, so I'm just going to pull you guys down closer. So I'm just going to lay this in and kind of get it in the middle, get it centered. Can be a little below center because we are going to put a little bow around this. So I think I will pull it down farther actually. That looks good. Okay, so I'm going to set it in there and just make sure there's no air underneath there, because again, these are not stencils. Stencils have a hole, like where it looks like there's a hole, there is a hole in a stencil. This is an actual silk fabric that's in there. Okay, looks good. Right in the middle. Okay, so now we're not going to use ink on this, we're going to use paste. So I've got my black paste. I'm going to give my black paste a stir because we want this the consistency of cake batter. These are all water-based, organically pigmented, and non-toxic. They're so cool. So I finger paint with my grandbabies with this. It's a little bit thick, so I'm going to give it just a little squirt of water, distilled water. And that's better. So each time you open and close your jar, water evaporates. So it will, before you use the whole jar, it will get thicker. So you will need to add some water at some point. Okay, so I'm going to take a squeegee, grab some paste. Now our paste dries in 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 4 minutes, depending on how thick it is. And once it's dry, it does not come off. You can rub your hands all over it, it will not come off. But if you get it wet, really wet, and rub it, you can take it off. But on things like this, this is going to be permanent forever. This is a piece of decor for a customer that ordered it, and so I will be sealing this with a clear sealant so that it will be permanent. Now, I will tell you that even if this got pretty darn wet, as long as I leave it alone and let it dry and don't rub it, it will dry back to the hard consistency. So our paste goes on wet and dries hard. Okay, I'm just going to pull that off. And there we go. Just that easy. Set it on my backer sheet and I will wash that later when we're done. How are you doing, Tracy? I can't wait for October, girl. My best friend and her husband are coming back up in October from Texas for a week. So Tracy will get to play with the new baby girl. Our daughter is due the beginning of October. And she typically has her babies a little bit early. So we could even have a September baby. Who knows? But her name is Winter Belle. And I can't wait to meet her. So that will be number 7 for us, y'all. It's crazy. I don't know how I can be a grandma of 7. Okay, so we're going to get this dry. I'm just going to go ahead and hit it with a heat gun so that I don't mess it up when I move on to put my little embellishments on here. So this would look so cute, just this piece sitting on a tiered tray, on any side table, on your mantle. It would be a perfect addition to anything like that. So again, you can find all our products at charmingchalkart.com. Okay, so there we go, and it's dry, so I can rub my hands on it. It's not going to come off. And now we're going to put a bow on here. So we're going to do our black and white. So you can use like the thinner, the little thin trims with no wire, but I like to use wire trim sometimes. And I'm just going to fold it in half. And we're going to put that around here. Trying to decide how much I need. Hang on. All right, so we're going to just fold that in half and go around the top. I probably have way more than I need, but that's okay. We can always cut more off. We can't put it back, right? So I'd rather have enough than not enough. I learned that as a hairstylist many years ago. Can't put it back on, so so the wire helps hold your ribbon so we'll go just like that. And now we're going to take another color. And we're going to make a little bow, just with some little loops and some little tails. We don't want it too big. Probably about like that. That works. And then I'm just going to match that loop on the other side. That in. And we'll tie that in there. That's why I needed extra ribbon. now we're gonna tie this into a bow. Just like you tie your shoes. And now I'm going to open the ribbon. Pull it nice and tight. And then we'll open this one. Just like that. And then I'm going to open the tail. And we'll dovetail this. So fold it in half and cut from the wired edge down to the folded edge. Makes a pretty little detail. And I don't want this lower than the bottom of the frame. So I'm going to cut from the folded edge up to the wired edge. Just remember your wired edge is always your longest edge. And we'll just give that some life. Okay. What are you guys thinking of this? Hey, Stacy, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, Cindy Moore, Leahy, how are you? Okay. These things out of the way. So that's what we have so far. And that will stand up cute in a kitchen. Okay. But we're not done yet. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add in some greenery. So I've just got some scraps of greenery that I've used on other projects. And these are perfect for little things like this that you just want to add a little bit of greenery into. So all I'm going to do is just actually pull these right off there. Let's see if I want to add that, but I know I want to add these. So I'm going to cut them apart. Cut the end off, so I got 3 pieces there. And we're just going to use our hot glue. Get my glue gun over here. I think I remembered to turn it on. Nope, I didn't. So we're going to have to wait a sec, guys. It heats up pretty quickly, but I will sit down and chat with you for a minute. Oh, goodness. So what do you think of this? I think this is so cute. Look how cute that is. Oh, love it. Love it, love it, love it. So what have you been up to, Miss Stacy? Let me see if I missed any comments. Because it's doing that thing where it's telling me like a gazillion names, but I'm not seeing comments. Let's see. Joy says, not sure what time you'll be done. Have a class tonight at 5 your time and again tomorrow night, so we'll not be able to make you live at 5. Yeah, tomorrow night is live at 5, y'all, in the VIP group. So if you're not in our Charming Chalk Art VIP group, that's where we do all kinds of promotions and specials and all kinds of things like that. So if it's a free group, if you'd like to ask to be in there, it's only for customers. It's not for Chalk Couture independent designers. So if you're an independent designer, don't ask to go in there, and make sure you answer the 3 questions when you ask to join. I think I got everybody. Just seeing if I missed anything. My goodness, yeah. Facebook is acting weird, y'all. Acting very strange. Very strange. Cute and simple. That's right, Polly. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, you had to take a COVID test today, Stacy? I had to take one too. They are not fun. And I'm told the one they're giving now is better than the one they used to give, that they like had to stick that thing up your nose like into your brain. Now they only have to go up to like your ear or something. It's crazy. It did not feel good, but I don't have COVID. I got a cold, you guys, a few weeks ago, and because of some symptoms of the cold are the same symptoms as COVID, they decided to err on the side of caution. So I was quarantined till I could get the results, which took 5 days, y'all, to get the results. But I didn't have COVID, and I was sure I didn't because I'm awful careful, and I really don't go anywhere. And my clients in the salon, I know they're being super careful too. So, So Stacey, you have to be self-quarantined until you get the results. How long did they tell you it would take to get the results? Hopefully not 5 days like it took me. Hey, Becky. Okay, let's see. Almost there. It's almost there, guys. A little bit hotter. But this is going to be super cute with some little greenery coming out of it. Make it pretty. So when I'm all done with this, I will be able to slide this off so I can stain the back. But I wanted to show you guys how I embellish this. I did, Stacy. I did make the frame. I did. I made this, gosh, I've been making these little ones for a long time now. So, let's see. Okay, we're good. All right, so now let me get you guys back down close so you can see what I was doing right down here. Okay, so we've got our little bit of greenery. I also have some little berries that I might use. So let's go ahead and take those off there. I thought those were kind of cute too. So just some scraps, but we're just I'm gonna see how these are bending. So y'all, when you're doing this kind of thing, like pay attention if they have a bend to them to make sure they're bending the direction that you really want it to go, because you really can't change that bend. It is the way it is. So we're gonna throw some glue on here. And I'm gonna go right up inside the bow. Pop that right in there. Okay. Let's grab another piece. That'll be cute coming out like that. Go way down to the middle of the bow. So I'm not gluing anything on the loops themselves. It's way down into the middle so that my bow still will move and I can fluff all the little tails out. Like, I know I had a third one of those. It's right there. Okay, I'm going to bring this kind of out the top. So I'm going to lift this up and turn it so you can see. So I'll lift this up and come way down here in the middle and just pop that in there. Give it a little hold. Okay, so we have a little triangle there. I like to work in odd numbers, and I like to work in kind of a triangle pattern. I think the flow of your eye works well that way. Now let's come in and put a little different color stem in here. Cut that stem shorter. Okay, like that. So I'm letting that kind of come out at me. So you don't need much, just a little bit. I'm going to see what I think about some of these berries. I'm not a fan of the berries, so we won't use the berries. Gosh, I don't know that I even need another piece. Don't know that I even need another piece. Let's see. No, I kind of like it just like that. I like it just like that. Just that little bit of greenery popping out. Let me see though. No, I like it just like that. So we don't want to add any more greenery. So let me open this up now. You could put some little flowers in there if you wanted to. I don't think I want to add any other greenery to it. Just wanted a little bit. So there we go. So now we have our, let's grab our tea towel again. Knocking things over. Okay, so we have our tea towel, which again, I'm going to heat set this. I'm going to see, let me see if it's dry enough. want it to dry a little bit more before I heat set it, but you can see what we've got. So we've got Let's Go Out in a tea towel, and then we have Let's Stay in our little piece of decor that can set beside it in the kitchen. Super cute. So I will post a picture when these are all done, so y'all can see. My customer will love these. This is a custom order. If you came on late, I'm going to set this back over the chair. So I like it to dry for at least an hour, and then I'll just lay parchment paper down and it will be ready to roll. Let's pull this up a little bit. But I think they're super cute and they're very popular. I sell lots of these little sets, so easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you sprinkled the love on the video, I would really appreciate it. That really helps us to grow the page. And if there's ever anything I can help you with, please let me know. Chalk Couture is amazing. It's an amazing product to work with, and it's an amazing business. I'm so happy I found it 3 years ago. So we're building a great team all across the country and in Canada, and who knows where we're going to go next. This is a brand new company, so it's like being at the top of one of the first people in Mary Kay or Avon or Tupperware. So it's just great. I love the business model because we can't do better unless we help others do better. And I've never done direct sales before at all, so this was my first experience with it. And who doesn't want to make pretty decor for their homes? And with COVID, we've been doing like workshops, like virtual workshops instead of wine and sign, and people come and we teach them how to do Chalk Couture, and they bring their birthday club, and it's just so fun. So it has been awesome. Thank you for the sprinkle, Joyce. I appreciate you. So I'm glad I came on and did this with you. I had to get this this order done and get it out, and it was fun hanging out with you guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all again real soon. Don't forget, tomorrow, 5 o'clock West Coast time, my time. So at in our VIP group, I do live at 5 on Thursday nights. And it's, you know, sometimes I do a quick little project. Other times it's just selling retired transfers or other transfers, or doing bundles. You never know. You never know. So if you're not in there and you want to be, make sure to go ask to join Charming Chalk Art VIP with Diane's Designs and Boutique. So have a blessed rest of your night, you guys, and I'll see you all again real soon. Bye.